They were designed to threaten the United States. And this wasn't a line taken from a Hollywood blockbuster, but the actual words of commander of a U.S. Pacific Fleet. Admiral Sam Paparo publicly stated this before defense journalists and international media during a major summit in Washington in late November 2022. And honestly, you can't really blame him. The tension keeps escalating day after day. While Uncle Sam channels billions of dollars into military aid for Ukraine, $18 billion so far, China is wasting no time. The Asian powerhouse has unveiled 6 new submarines, each one capable of striking the United States in barely half a minute. But the key question is, what exactly stops them from pressing that deadly launch button? That's what we're going to uncover today. And fair warning, there's a major twist coming. First, let's look at the obvious. Anyone who believes that a conflict with China would be simple for the United States hasn't taken a close look at the latest numbers. By the end of this decade, China could field 5 aircraft carriers and around 60 cruisers and destroyers, double its current naval weight. Its navy could even surpass America's by 2030, a scenario that would have been unthinkable just 20 years ago. Beijing continues producing new generations of advanced fighter jets, developing its H-20 stealth bomber, commissioning modern warships, and deploying land-based missile platforms. But the biggest spotlight now is on nuclear weapons. China could reach 700 nuclear warheads by 2027 and add another 300 by 2030. That's a staggering pace for a country that, for decades, maintained only a small arsenal compared to the United States or Russia. Alongside its growing network of missile silos, China's ballistic missile submarines, SSBNs, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles, SLBMs, are what really unsettle the Pentagon. Their reach changes the balance of power. And that's the current hot topic in today's geopolitics. But what exactly makes these submarines so intimidating? Let's break it down step by step. At present, China operates 6 Type 094 submarines, each equipped with 12 missile launch tubes, 72 nuclear missiles in total, forming the backbone of its sea-based nuclear deterrent. Most of these submarines are stationed at Hainan Island in the South China Sea. They patrol the surrounding waters, attempting to shield themselves from foreign anti-submarine warfare operations. China's strategy is to turn the South China Sea into a protective bastion for these vessels. The older JL-2 missile, with a range of 4,464 miles, was already capable of hitting Alaska directly from Chinese waters. But to strike the American East Coast, they once needed to push east beyond Hawaii. That limitation changed with the introduction of the JL-3, which dramatically expands the strike distance. According to U.S. intelligence, the JL-3 could exceed 6,200 miles, enabling submarines to launch from safer positions closer to the Chinese mainland. This development means much of North and South Dakota, Montana, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Utah, and California would be within range if submarines patrol near Bohai Bay. To reach the rest of the continental United States, however, Chinese subs would have to venture past Japan and Taiwan into the broader Pacific Ocean, a region still dominated by American anti-submarine forces. And here lies the major disadvantage. Unlike U.S. missile submarines, China's are not yet quiet enough to survive extended missions in hostile waters. Noise is a submarine's greatest enemy, and American detection systems are highly advanced. Now here comes a twist. China has never officially confirmed the operational deployment of the JL-3. Much of what we know comes from American assessments, leaked reports, and speculation. Chinese analysts argue that these weapons are strictly defensive, built to deter nuclear coercion. Meanwhile, U.S. reports may exaggerate the threat in order to secure larger defense budgets. From their perspective, Washington is leveraging the Russia-Ukraine conflict as a pretext to strengthen its presence in the Asia-Pacific and to inflate the so-called China threat. This narrative helps the United States justify sending more anti-submarine units to the region and investing in cutting-edge nuclear submarines like the Columbia-class, set to replace the aging Ohio-class fleet. By amplifying fear, the U.S. military ensures more funding and broader support from allies across the Pacific. China, on the other hand, insists its nuclear posture remains minimal, designed for defense, not aggression. Its leaders emphasize that their arsenal exists to prevent coercion, not to initiate nuclear war. So realistically, by 2030, China could expand its fleet of cruisers and destroyers from 36 to 60, and its aircraft carrier group from 3 to 5. The number of Type 094 nuclear submarines might rise from 6 to 10. In terms of naval tonnage, the fleet could grow from 1.3 million tons today to almost 2 million tons. By contrast, the U.S. Pacific Fleet already deploys 6 aircraft carriers, around 50 cruisers and destroyers, and 8 nuclear-powered missile submarines. Globally, the U.S. Navy commands approximately 4.5 million tons of warships, far outweighing China's arsenal. That's why many observers still point to America's real heavyweight, the USS West Virginia. Unlike China's fleet, which still relies heavily on diesel-powered vessels, every American submarine is nuclear-powered. One of the most iconic examples is the USS West Virginia, SSBN 736, an Ohio-class submarine launched back in 1990. It was the 11th of 18 Ohio-class submarines and the third naval vessel to carry the proud name West Virginia. At the same time, the U.S. is building the Virginia-class Block V attack submarines, which feature stronger firepower, advanced sonar, and modern automation systems. Thanks to a $22 billion contract with General Dynamics, 8 of these submarines will include an expanded 80-foot weapon section, boosting their Tomahawk missile capacity from 12 to 40. Ohio-class submarines are armed with the Trident 2D5 missile, a 3-stage ballistic missile capable of carrying multiple independently targeted warheads. This missile weighs about 130,000 pounds, travels at 20,000 feet per second, and costs around $30 million apiece. It can deliver warheads ranging from the 100-kiloton W-76 to the massive 455-kiloton W-88, the most destructive in America's nuclear stockpile. The Navy is currently modernizing the Trident 2D5 to extend its service life by another 25 years, ensuring it remains the standard armament. The Ohio class will eventually be replaced by the Columbia class, designed to remain operational well into the 2080s. Each Columbia submarine stretches 560 feet, almost 2 football fields in length, and carries 24 Trident missiles, each capable of holding up to 8 nuclear warheads. That amounts to nearly 30 times the destructive force of the Hiroshima bomb. Originally built with a 4,230 nautical mile range, the upgraded versions now extend beyond 6,000 nautical miles. The warhead options include the W-76 and W-88 variants, both undergoing modernization programs. The Columbia class is expected to be the quietest submarine ever built. It uses electric propulsion instead of traditional mechanical drive, combined with an advanced X-shaped stern for superior maneuverability. Unlike older submarines, where steam-powered turbines or reduction gears, the Columbia's reactor drives an electric motor directly, drastically reducing acoustic noise. Measuring 560 feet in length, it launches 16 Trident 2D5 missiles from massive 44-foot-long vertical tubes. Its electric propulsion enhances stealth and frees additional power for other onboard technologies. Instead of mechanical gears, energy flows directly to the electric motor, ensuring greater efficiency and fewer maintenance requirements. Studies confirm that this design not only improves performance, but also leaves more reactor power available for auxiliary systems. Columbia-class submarines also integrate state-of-the-art joystick navigation, fiber optic periscopes, and automated depth and speed controls. Even if the U.S. Navy falls behind China in sheer ship numbers, it retains overwhelming superiority in aircraft carriers and, most importantly, in nuclear submarines. America's technological dominance beneath the seas remains one of Beijing's hardest challenges to overcome. These silent hunters could revive a Cold War-style chess match, the very scenario once popularized by the movie The Hunt for Red October. War is, after all, a game of strategy, and the Pacific Ocean is a chessboard. The match could last minutes, years, or even decades. So don't miss the sharpest moves from both sides. Subscribe now, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell. Stay tuned, because the real contest is only just beginning.